Hey guys, welcome back and happy Monday. Guys, thank you for another incredible hot, messy topics. So much fun. But we're back to talk about some more Beverly Hills stuff that's coming out because of the after shows. Now, Kyle Richards seems like she cannot understand, which I'm with her on this, cannot understand why Erika won't acknowledge the victims when Erika speaks. Plus, Garcelle is questioning Erika's compassion, and Crystal is actually insisting that Erika does have compassion and empathy. So divided at this point. All right, so before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also don't forget, we have our interview with Chef Ryan tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's in the community tab, so go check it out. That way you can join us live. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so thanks to Reality Blurb, Kyle Richards is, well, having a hard time understanding where Erika's coming from. Now, we know that Erika, she's in all of these lawsuits. I mean, there's a ton of them. She just got cleared in the $5 million lawsuit because they didn't have enough proof showing that she knew what her husband was doing at the time. And she's still in this huge legal scandal. I mean, there's millions of dollars owed by Tom Girardi and his firm to creditors, debtors, victims. And it looks like Kyle admitted that she simply cannot understand why Erika has refused to acknowledge the victims. I mean, me too. I just don't understand, not being able to say, yes, there are victims. I feel terrible about the victims. They should all be, taken care of and paid, right? I haven't personally done anything, but I acknowledge that these victims exist. I think that's fair. And she has not said this, right? That's the part that I struggle with, not understanding why she can't say that. I struggle with not understanding that too, because you're on the show. She keeps on saying, listen, honey, when you're in a situation like mine, there's a lot of legalities about it. There's certain things that you simply can and cannot say. But then you can't acknowledge the victims, but you can allude to the fact that there might not actually even be any victims. Okay. Although Kyle pointed out that Erika, who was on medication and had been drinking, was not in the place to have a calm conversation and instead became aggressive, she also said she believes Erika was triggered by the cast not having her back. How do you defend someone like this? She feels like she's in the fight of her life. I do agree with that. And she doesn't like to feel like these women that she spends all of this time with are not backing her. But it's just hard sometimes. It's very hard because it's all very confusing. And as much as we want to be there, there are just certain things that, this it doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's a lot that doesn't make sense. Was she aware? We don't know. We weren't in the room or her house with her when she was having conversations with her husband. Was her husband telling her everything that he was doing? Probably not. Did she enjoy spending the money? I'm sure she did. She brags about it all the time. She talks about her crocodile this, her python that, the private jets. I'm sure she was probably just spending money like, whee, and not asking any questions. But now that there were victims. So now I think, I agree with Kyle in the sense that she should say something like maybe, well, this is terrible. I didn't know about these victims. Now that I know about the victims, my heart goes out to them. I hope that they get paid. And, whatever I can do to help. You need the earrings? I'll give you the earrings. You want me to write a tell-all book? I'll write a tell-all book. I'll give 100% of the proceeds back. Something like that. Launch your Pretty Mess hair. Give 20% back to the victims. Something like that, right? That would make sense. And Garcelle Bouvet and Sutton Strack were just as baffled by Erika's commentary, with Garcelle stating that her co-star likely said some things that she regretted. At one point, she said, I don't even know if there are victims. I get maybe, Garcelle saying, I get maybe her lawyer said that you can't, but my thing is you can still show compassion. Whether you think your ex-husband did it or not, you can say, you know what he did is messed up, and I can feel for these people. She cannot use the word victim, Sutton replied to this conversation. He won the court cases, but they didn't get the money. They were already victims. He won the court case. He did his job. It's so simple. Is Sutton still getting her law degree? I need to know about this. But according to Erika, she wanted her castmates to allow her cases to play out in the court system rather than cast judgment ahead of time. I did keep saying, let it go in the court. Let the legal process work. That's what Erika wants her cast to understand. Let the legal process play out and then talk to me after. Talk to me about it then, when you guys have all of the facts and you understand what you're talking about. All right. I mean, she said, this is not a new thing. This is a process. Please let them make the decisions. This is a country that we live in. There's due process. Leave it to the people that it belongs with. It doesn't have to be there. And that wasn't good enough. Dorit said, so the conversation continued and Erika, she was getting more and more agitated. Yeah, because she was like, you think it's cool to be on the side of the victims? Let me be clear. I don't give a fuck about anybody but me. It's like, okay, girl, calm down. Just relax. Just a little bit. In her own Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show segment, Crystal, who she was the target of Erika's wrath during Wednesday's episode, took a stand for Erika, saying, I know she has empathy. Interesting. She shows it to me. She texts me when people are going after me. She'll text me the nicest stuff. She has shown me so much empathy. We're not talking about innocence, guilt. We're not talking about any of that. You know that there's people that were not paid. But when it comes to my personal, interactions with Erika, Crystal saying she's shown me empathy. All right. Well, that's one side who's sticking up for her. So listen, I don't think everybody should be a target. It's not fair. Like watching Sutton and all of the women gang up on her, and I understand that she said some outlandish stuff. It's just not fun to watch. Like let everyone have their moments, their conflict and resolution with each other, and don't do like a whole big girl gang up, right? That's kind of how I feel about it. But I don't want to just give you my opinions or their opinions. I want to hear your opinions, your unfiltered opinions. So go ahead and comment below. What are your thoughts about all of this? And before we go, of course, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And we get the Aspen drama this week. It starts with Kendall Jenner's 818 tequila, and apparently it spirals out of control at the Caribou Club. Whatever happened, it wasn't on camera. So it's Kathy's word versus Erika and Lisa's. We'll see what happens. It's going to be wild. All right, guys. I love you so much. Happy Monday. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.